by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
We just ride and make a joke. Everybody knows. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On second down now, it's Smith. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. No chance.
To throw is King on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First down, Falcons. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
A first down carry for Smith. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Bring him up.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. King nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Third and 14.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, we got four down. 82's moving. 82. Check like 47. Here it goes. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here's King operating from the gun. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Looking to throw. King looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up
deep, boy.
down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Now the wolf. X3. X3. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me the
On 1st and 10, Love. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle throw, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points.
I ain't fucking with Neil. Let me Neil kill somebody out this motherfucker.
To hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football
early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
I wasn't even set. That's on me, y'all. I wasn't even fucking set.
Playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But
that's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
This team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
58, 58.
King to throw on 2nd down. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. with touchdown number 7 on the year.
That was
as
too
these
easy.
guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good.
Won't hit me, Keanu. You won't hit me.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right. Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs.
Won't hit me, motherfucker.
Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Back to throw. Love. Complete. Smith has it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Benjamin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
It's a big game for us. They need it more than us, but it's a big game for us. I play better when I'm at home. I fuck that wild card shit. The next game is get to the
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a
fluke ass shit, man.
It's a gain of 16.
Take that fucking play.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Running the jet sweep.
Oh, man, how the fuck I miss him?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside.
Come on, y'all. We ain't fucking playing no damn D.
36 yards on the play.
Fuck.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
I ran right past the nigga.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
The whole front is X-Factors, and I can't stop the fucking run. That's crazy.
Game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
Come on, 76, hold down.
But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit,
I ain't even see him. I just saw that nigga was open, but I ain't even see him.
5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Wide, get wide. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Get go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. This pass complete to Higgins. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Get ready.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Shit. I thought somebody was blocking
3
him.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He'll get about
This nigga don't
40
break
as
no
he's brought
fucking
down
time.
right around the 42.
Desmond Trufant brought him down. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
I waited too long.
43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Check 43.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
King now looking to throw on 2nd down. This one caught by Ridley. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards there.
How the fuck is he a superstar and he get that much separation, man?
On 1st down, Smith. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check three. Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3.
On 2nd down, here's Smith.
Come on.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front.
Oh,
and now
good shit, Falcons.
Special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
Come on, man. Catch the fucking ball.
What influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collier. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
One set, eyes up.
Throwing on 1st down, Love.
Throw the ball!
Comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Collier. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Check the out. 45 to Mike.
On 4th down, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Come on, y'all. Better have second half. Better second half.
Why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay,
better
Coach,
second half.
Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
This nigga don't break no tackles or
the 20,
nothing.
but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
That's crazy as
But
fuck,
overall,
man.
I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
Center
We're just
playing
starting
like
the second
ass.
half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, Love. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Now King to throw on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. As he'll
Damn, I was on that
shit.
Good throw, boy.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
That's crazy, man. Nobody blocked this nigga, man.
This close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Love.
Really?
That is incomplete.
Really?
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5
no pressure, no nothing.
To convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's
a superstar quarterback.
Point, and they like
some slant. That's crazy.
Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is taken at the 23. Nice
That's crazy as shit.
There, 16 yards. And the offense will take over.
Come on,
with a
Blue.
new set of downs.
Yeah.
I just got off.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially
I'm playing the game, so I'm not.
Because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game.
I'm playing the game. That's why I ain't even want to answer.
Get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
What you about to do? Huh? Shit, wrong place.
To throw on 2nd down. King.
That's my fault. I shouldn't have played that shit.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
All right, but I'm going to call you back because I got to concentrate. How the fuck you get mad because I'm playing a game? What the fuck?
Here's Olison. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Shit.
Now
what are you doing?
In the end zone.
Dang, they made me get the fucking ball.
11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10.
Scared the fuck out of me right there.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2.
They're not blocking
it's
right,
second
man.
down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake. Love.
Oh, my God.
A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole
That's
lot of
crazy. These niggas not catching for me today.
Has been contested.
And that's
good D, though, but damn, he would have caught that.
They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Love. Open man is Higgins. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards.
What the fuck? I think
X. Time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked
I ain't
up
even
by
throwing to
Deion
him.
Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position.
That's wild as shit.
At the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Damn. I didn't even hit square. I hit X. That's crazy as shit.
They'll run on first down. Smith. He'll get about 4 here.
That hurt right there, because I swear to God, I was trying to go to the fucking tight end.
After getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance. And then
oh, no, he lost the football.
Ah!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free.
That shit ain't going to happen no more this game.
Scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And just no chance.
That hurt right there. We need that ball.
He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10
he's smart, so he's going to do 3 straight runs, kick a field goal because he's smart.
Tonight, they're getting
well,
up
not
there,
3 straight if I don't
maybe
stop
one of
him.
those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. here's King on third down. He's going to go up top for and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Who the fuck is that?
And for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think
that
basketball
was my fucking bad on that bad.
guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone.
This nigga don't break that one tackle.
He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Love.
What the
to the
fuck?
end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Need a fumble right there.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Please stop me while I'm running. That brother with a flag at.
Somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
I ain't trying to throw it deep. Someone throw it deep. Interception.
Having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
45 the mark. Hey, let's get this, Go, go. Get him, you got him.
He's back to throw.
What the fuck is that?
And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Shade him up. Cross.
Back to throw.
Trying to squeeze it in there. Good D, boy.
Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19
I try to squeeze it in there. Jones, you bitch ass nigga.
Linebacker Deion Jones. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Undercut.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Youngin, you almost had that shit. Fuck, you almost had that motherfucker.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
45, Mike, 45. I'm here all day.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes.
I ain't even had time to throw that motherfucker. Good D, good game, boy.
Around the 41-yard line. But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Falcons, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Dape,